like Donald Trump, which, I mean, I like Donald Trump, but I know a lot of Canadians don't. But I will say this. I would say if if there was a politician in Canada who was implementing the same policies for Canada within Canada that Donald Trump was doing for America within America, I would say the Canadian people would find that very appealing. I mean, Canadians are sick and tired for the time being of illegal immigration. They're sick and tired of even legal immigration that is destructive. They are sick and tired of just being abused by other countries. They are sick and tired of having a trade deficit with almost every other country in the world. They are sick and tired of high taxes. They are sick and tired of globalism. They are sick and tired of elitists, left wing, not even left wing, but like liberal globalists running our country into the ground. They are sick and tired of our taxes not going to plowing the roads and fixing the roads and creating more transit and infrastructure, but going to other countries. They're sick of it all. And you know, when people say that Pierre Poilievre is acting too much like Trump, I would say that's not a bad thing. In fact, when you are criticizing Pierre because he's acting too much like Trump, you are actually hurting yourself and helping Poilievre. I think we need somebody with the same mindset as Trump running Canada. We need our own Trump. I mean, look at how Trump is taking care of America. Listen, I'm not a fan of well, I shouldn't say that. I support tariffs. I think Canada should have its own tariffs. It was tariffs that made sure Canada was an independent country free from the stranglehold of America. John A. Macdonald and the national policy, if it wasn't for those two things, Canada would be would be part of America today. John A. Macdonald said that, saw the potential of Canada. He saw the potential of Canada, and he said, I want this great country. Well, you remember, Canada was Upper Canada and Lower Canada. It was Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritimes. And then the West was Rupert Land and whatever. John A. Macdonald said, look, let's unite the Canadas. Let's buy off Rupert Land from Hudson Bay. Let's expand. Let's build a railroad, and let's have tariffs. We will only buy stuff. We will only get stuff from America and other countries that we cannot make ourselves, grow ourselves, or extract ourselves. But everything else, we're only going to buy from within. And that's why Canada became the strong country that it is today, because we had tariffs of ourselves. And now we're all reliant on America for defense. We're reliant on America for trade. And now we're weak. We're weak. We're weak. And America has a president who's saying, look, I'm tired of defending y'all Canadians. I'm tired of defending you with trade. I'm tired of protecting you defense. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Let's defend America for a change. And y'all Canadians, deal with yourself. And if you can't deal with yourself, become a 51st state. I don't want Canada to become a 51st state. But we cannot be angry with a foreign country for saying that they are tired of defending us. And if we cannot handle the fact of being independent, we should become part of them. We shouldn't be angry with the foreign country. We should be angry with the people running our country who have allowed us to drift away from John A. Macdonald to a point where we are so pathetically reliant on America in so many different ways, even though we love to make snide comments about America every time we can. And Pierre Poilievre, I mean, look, I'm voting for Pierre Poilievre, yes, but I mean, he's not perfect. He himself is always talking about, oh, America shouldn't impose tariffs. I personally think I have no problem with America imposing tariffs. If America imposes tariffs, well, we should impose tariffs, and we should have a fund where every penny out of every dollar that we get from taxes will go to pay for companies that have to pay a tariff for buying Canadian goods, and then we'll be okay. No problem with tariffs. But people are saying Poilievre, every little thing Poilievre does, he's acting like Trump. Well, I think that's a good thing because Trump is making America very successful. Americans have never been more proud than they are now with Trump. I mean, Americans have been feeling pretty down ever since Biden. But Trump has made America feel very proud. Even people who never used to vote Trump, never used to vote Republican, they're feeling proud. So, and America's doing well. I mean, America was doing very well when Trump was there the first time, but it looks like they're on track to doing well again. So, and Canada's not doing well right now. Let's just admit it. It's not doing well. If inflation, you can't afford to even wipe your own butts, buy toilet paper, gas has gone through the roof, can't afford homes, a little tiny cardboard box is $1 million. Canada's not doing well right now. If we had a person like Trump who would advocate for us, would advocate for Canada instead of these liberals, instead of these globalists who have been in there for 10 years and have nothing to show for it. Nothing. And you're telling me that Poilievre is too much like Trump? That's a damn good thing, I think. I want a leader who's acting like Trump, who will advocate for Canada. I want a Canadian Trump. I want a Canadian leader who will say no to illegal immigration. I want a Canadian leader who will say no to destructive immigration and will only allow productive immigrants who speak our language, who understand our values, who love our country, who are very economically independent, who are not criminals. I want a leader who will protect our country and stop saying that protectionism is a bad word. I want a leader like that. I want a leader who will deal with Roxham Road. I want a leader who will make us energy independent and who will rely on our energy from Alberta and from Saskatchewan and from Ontario to keep our lights on instead of from all these other places. Trump is doing those things for America. I want a leader just like Trump in Canada. I want a leader just like that. So if you're saying that Poilievre is just like Trump, yay and amen, boom shakala, you're making me want to vote for him even more. I want a Canadian Trump who will do the same thing for Canada that Trump is doing for America, securing our borders, protecting our economy, lowering our taxes, making it cheaper to want to invest in our country, being a populist. The only thing I don't want that Trump does, I don't want a leader who is, even though Poilievre will do this, every leader does this. I don't want a leader who's too much in the pocket of Israel and Zionism, but there's a long road to go for that. I don't want a leader who is warning Iran and saying that all hell will break loose for Hamas if they don't stop going after Israel. I would like a Canadian Trump, but even better. A Canadian Trump who will be a protectionist, who will say, let's stop involving ourselves in other countries' affairs. Let's only focus on our country and we'll attack if our country is attacked. That's what I want. So I think the liberals are making me want to vote for Poilievre even more. They're always nitpicking and saying, oh, he did this, he said this, he's just like Trump. Listen, Trump is a American nationalist. Wouldn't it be nice if Canada had a Canadian nationalist? Remember what Trudeau said, Canada is the first post-national state, meaning he thinks that Canada is the first country that shouldn't even be a country. Canada's just what? A property of the UN? We don't have an identity, we don't have anything like that. McDonald would be rolling in his grave. Laurier would be rolling in his grave. Hell, even Trudeau's father would be rolling in his grave, if that even is his father, which I don't think it is. So, you telling me Poilievre is acting like Trump? We need a leader who will put Canada first, like Trump is putting America first. We need a leader who will only buy Canadian and will put tariffs on things that we can make ourselves and grow ourselves and extract ourselves instead of being reliant on the Americans and other foreigners like China for our products and our economy. We need a leader who wants to secure our borders. We need a leader who will stop crime. We need a leader who is a populist. This is the Herb.